Dear students, we'll continue with exercise 8.1. In that 8th question, ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle in which diagonal AC bisects angle A as well as angle C. Show that ABCD is a square. We need to show ABCD is a square and diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. Okay, so we'll write down what is given to us. What is given? ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, through this what can I write? AB is equal to CD, comma BC is equal to AD. The reason is opposite sides of a rectangle will be equal. And what they are given? Angle DAC is equal to angle CAB. Because AC bisects diagonal AC bisects angle A as well as angle C, and even I can write angle DCA. Angle DCA is equal to angle ACB. Okay, this is the given data. What is required for us to show? The same thing we need to copy. The show that. Okay, so to prove. So just update this. This is the required thing to prove. That is ABCD is a square and diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. Now prove the required proof. Now we know that angle DAC is equal to angle CAB and angle DCA is equal to angle ACB, and even we know that angle angle BAC is equal to angle DCA. Angle BAC, this angle is equal to angle DCA because AB is parallel to CD. Opposite sides of a rectangle will be parallel and equal. And one more thing. So it is given that these two these two sides are parallel. That is the reason AC is transverse. So that is the reason angle CAB is equal to angle ACD. Now what can I write? AB is parallel to CD and AC is transversal. Next, since BAC is equal to DAC, BAC is equal to DCA, BAC is equal to DCA, we know that DCA is equal to angle DCA, angle DC is equal to angle ACB. From these two what can I write? I can write therefore angle BAC is equal to angle ACB. I can write, since angle BAC is equal to angle ACB, what can I write now? So what is the side opposite to angle BAC? BC is equal to what is the angle opposite to ACB? AB. Sides opposite to equal angles are equal. Sides opposite to equal angles are equal. Next, after this, see, since BC is equal to AB and even we have BC is equal to AD and AB is equal to CD. From these three equations what can I write? AB is equal to BC is equal to, therefore what can I write? AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD. Since all the sides of a rectangle are equal, therefore hence ABCD is a square. So first part we proved. Next, diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. So I'll write this. Okay, now what can I write? angle ABD is equal to angle BDC. Fine. See, we need to prove angle ABD is equal to angle DBC, as well as we need to prove angle ADB is equal to angle CDB. Then only we can say diagonal DB is going to bisect angle B as well as angle D. For that, what we need to do, we need to consider these two triangles. Triangle ABD, consider triangle ABD and triangle BCD. BD is common side. Okay. Next, what can I write? AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC. So therefore, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BCD. Now what can I write? I can write angle ADB is equal to angle BDC. Angle ADB is equal to angle BDC. And what can I write? Again, what can I write? Angle ABD is equal to angle CBD. This is through CP, CT. Angle ABD is equal to angle CBD. Okay. So this is because of CP, CT. Now, what can we write? We can write from these two, what can I write? Therefore, BD bisects angle B as well as angle. So please note this term. One more point I want to convey. See, since we have proved ABCD is a square, directly we can say, since ABCD is a square, diagonals of a squares always bisects the opposite angles. Diagonals of a square will always bisect the opposite angle. This is the property of a square. You can directly write that, or else if you want to prove, you can prove in this way. So there are many ways. So concept is very important. So one thing, so once you have proved ABCD is a square, after that what we can write? Directly we can write, since ABCD is a square, BD is a diagonal of that square. That is the reason it is going to bisect the opposite angles. Directly you could have written. Okay. Please note this term. So ninth question. In a parallelogram ABCD is a parallelogram. 2 points P, Q are taken on diagonal BD. Diagonal BD is a diagonal for parallelogram ABCD, and P and Q are the points on the diagonal PQ and diagonal DB. Such that DP, so DP is equal to BQ. Show that triangle APD is congruent to triangle CQB, and AP is equal to CQ. Where is AP is equal to CQ. Then after that, triangle AQB is congruent to triangle CPD, and AQ, after that we need to show AQ is equal to CP, and at last we need to show APCQ is a parallelogram. Now, so what I need to do is, wait. So first we'll consider that. Before that we'll write down what is given to us. Given ABCD is a is a parallelogram. Fine. Through this, what can I write? AB is equal to CD, and AB is equal to CD, and BC is equal to AD. Okay. Next, it is given that DP is equal to BQ. To prove, please copy that down here. So proof. So consider in triangle APD, in triangle APD, and triangle we need to consider in triangle APD and triangle CBQ. Okay, where is APD? Here is APD. So AD is equal to BC. Opposite sides of a parallelogram. Fine. Next, AD is equal to BC. After that, what can I in triangle A? Where is APD? APD and QBC. What can I write? It is given that BQ is equal to PD. Where is BQ? BQ is equal to PD. It is given. BQ is equal to PD or DP. Right? Next, what can I write? See, where is triangle QBC is here? APD is there. So angle QBC is equal to angle ADP. What is the reason? Reason is alternate interior angle. See, BC is parallel to AD. Obviously, ADP will be equal to QBC. Okay. Next. So, triangle. What can I write? Triangle APD is congruent to triangle CBQ. Where is APD? APD is congruent to triangle CQB. So, what is the reason? Reason is, see, two sides. Which are the two sides? BC and BQ, AD and DP, and the included angle are equal. So, this is SAS criteria. SAS criteria. Now, what can I write? See, since triangle APD is congruent to triangle CBQ, what can I write? See, AP is equal to CQ. AP will be equal to CQ because the CP, CT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Obviously, AP will be equal to CQ because these two triangles, this triangle and these two triangles are congruent, therefore their corresponding sides will be equal. Next, what should I do? I need to consider these two triangles, that is, in triangle, this is over and this is also over. Next, in triangle AQB, in triangle AQB and triangle CPD, I think, yes, in triangle CPD, we need to prove congruency, is, and triangle CPD. So, see, AQB, CPD. Okay. Now, AB is equal to CD. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So, a parallelogram. Okay. All right. Next, see, AB is equal to CD. Next, what can I write? Where is triangle ABQ? Triangle ABQ and triangle CPD. ABQ. Okay. CPD. AB is equal to CD. And can I write BQ is equal to PD? Why it is given? Then after that, what can I write? See, BQ is equal to PD is given. And where are we now? Triangle ABQ and CPD. So next, what can I say? What is the similar in this? One is these two sides are equal. Other is BQ is equal to PD. It is given. So next, this angle will be equal to this angle because see, AB is parallel to CD. Since ABCD is a parallelogram, angle ABQ will be equal to angle PDC. Angle ABQ will be equal to angle PDC because AB is parallel to CD and BD is transversal. So these two will be the interior angles. Interior angles of two parallel. So interior angles of between two parallel lines will be equal. The same thing I am going to make use of. See, angle ABQ is equal to angle PDC. So this is because of alternate interior angles. Next, what can I write? So therefore, triangle AQB is equal to triangle CPD. This is because of SAS criteria, SAS congruency criteria. See, these two sides and included angle of these triangles are equal to these two sides and included other triangle. Hence, they are congruent. Now, what can I write? See, I need to prove where is AQ? AQ is here, which is equal to CP because AQ is equal to CP. This is because of CP, CT. Corresponding parts of congruent triangle. We proved these two also. See, if you know the basics, you can prove it. So one more thing, do we need to follow the particular procedure? It is not like that, but only one thing is concepts and basics are very much important, and how you represent your basics is important. So sir, I want to say what I do, I'll prove this first and later I'll prove that. No problem, you can prove it, but whatever the reason that you give should be reasonable. Next, since see, AQ is equal, since AQ is equal to CP and AP is equal to CQ, since AQ is equal to CP, AQ is equal to CP and AP is equal to CQ, since therefore APCQ is a parallelogram because opposite sides of the quadrilateral are equal. Pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal, then we can conclude it as a parallelogram. It's the same thing. AQ is equal to CP and AP is equal to CP. That is the reason APCQ is a parallelogram. So here we prove it. Please note this down. Tenth question. ABCD is a parallelogram. AP and CQ are perpendicular. See, ABCD is a parallelogram. In that, BD is a diagonal. AP and CQ are the perpendicular drawn onto the diagonal DB from points A and C. The same thing they have given. So perpendicular from vertices A and C on a diagonal BD. So these two are the diagonals and these two are the perpendiculars on diagonal BD, and they are drawn from A and C. Okay. Now we need to prove triangle APB is congruent to triangle CQD. Okay. Now, so we'll follow the procedure. First, we need to write down the given things. What is given to us? So it is given that AP is perpendicular to BD and CQ is perpendicular to BD ABCD is a parallelogram. Fine. So since it is a parallelogram, what can I write? AB is equal to CD and AD is equal to BC. Okay. This is a given thing. What is required for us to prove? So please copy that down. Whatever is required for us to show that, the same thing. So please copy that down. So even these steps will carry marks in your annual examination. So next, proof. So I told if I want to prove two triangles are congruent, I need to consider them and I need to show the relationship between the angles and sides. Based on that, we'll conclude whether those two triangles are congruent or not. So same thing I'm going to do. So in triangle APB and triangle CQP is CQD. Okay, now what can I write? Angle APB is equal to angle CQD is equal to 90 degree. It is given. I didn't assume it, but it is given. Next, angle ADC. This angle ABP is equal to angle BDC. Sorry, angle QDC. See, since it's a parallelogram, AB is parallel to CD, BD is transversal, obviously ABP will be equal to PDC, that is alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles, you should write in full. Next, see, AB is equal to CD, opposite sides of a parallelogram. Therefore, triangle APB is congruent to triangle CQD because of angle side criteria. Okay, now see, we proved this. Since those two triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts will be equal. So where is AP? AP will be equal to CQ. AP is equal to CQ. Why? Because of CP. Corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Please note this down. 11th question. In triangle ABC and triangle DEF, AB is equal to DE and AC is equal to, in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, see, in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, AB is equal to DE and AB is parallel to D. AB is parallel to DE. And BC is equal to EF and BC is parallel to EF. Vertices ABC of triangle ABC are joined to vertices DE of triangle DE, vertices DEF of triangle DEF respectively. So we need to show that quadrilateral ABED is a parallelogram, quadrilateral BEFC is a parallelogram, AD is parallel to CF and AD is equal to CF. After that we need to prove quadrilateral ACFD is a parallelogram. Then after that we need to prove AC is equal to FD and we need to prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. So for that, very simple. So write down the given data, that is AB is equal to DE and BC is equal to EF, AB is parallel to DE and BC is parallel to EF. Anything else? Okay, this is the data given to us. Okay, now what we'll do to prove, so you need to copy all those given things, we need to copy here, and after that we'll go to the proof part. See, since, so we'll write down first AB is equal to DE, We are talking about this quadrilateral. Where is quadrilateral ABED? ABED is here. AB is equal to DE is given, and AB parallel to DE is given. Since one pair of sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel, hence ABED is a parallelogram. This is the last theorem we studied in the introduction of 8.1. See, it is given that AB is equal to DE and AB is parallel to DE. Given pair of sides are equal and parallel, hence we concluded. So ABED is a parallelogram. Second one. And it is given that BC is equal to EF. This is given data. BC is equal to EF and BC is parallel to EF. It is given. So same thing, since one pair of sides of a parallelogram are equal and parallel, hence what we can conclude, BCEF is a parallelogram. Okay, next here, third one. We need to prove AD is parallel to CF and AD is equal to CF. For that, what we have, we know that we proved ABED is a parallelogram. Since we proved ABED is a parallelogram, what can I write? AD is equal to BE. Since opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal, and AD will be parallel to B. Okay. Opposite sides of a parallelogram. Already we proved ABD as a parallelogram. Fine. And even I can write, see, since I proved BCEF is a BEFC is a parallelogram. Since I proved it, what can I write? BE is equal to FC. BE is equal to FC. And BE is equal to, BE is parallel to FC. See, since I proved BEFC is a parallelogram, I can say BE is equal to FC because they are opposite sides and they are parallel because they are the sides of parallelogram. Opposite sides of a parallelogram. Now what can I write? I can write, see, since AD is equal to BE and B is equal to FC, what can I write? AD is equal to FC. From these two, what can I write? AD is equal to FC. And I showed AD is parallel to BE and B is parallel to FC. I can say AD is parallel to FC. Hence AD FC is a parallelogram. Same reason is since, so repeat the same, same statement you should repeat, since one pair of opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal and parallel, hence ADFC is a parallelogram. So since one pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel. Hence, we can conclude that quadrilateral has a parallelogram. So that you need to update it. Next, fourth one. What is there in the fourth one? So that one we proved this one. This was the fourth, and this statement is supposed to be fifth. We need to conclude it as a parallelogram. Next, we'll go to sixth one. What is fourth? We need to prove AD is parallel to CFR FC and AD is equal to FC. We proved it, and because of that we proved ADFC is a parallelogram. You can write in the bracket if you want to write it. Since one pair of sides of a quadrilateral are equal and parallel, hence it is a parallelogram. Next, six, what we need to prove? Triangle. See, in triangle ABC, and triangle DEF, we need to consider them to show them as a congruent. So where is AB? AB is equal to DE. Why? Because it is given. AB is equal to DE. AB is equal to DE is given. Next. BC is equal to EF is given. Next. AC is equal to FD. Opposite sides of a parallelogram. Opposite sides of a parallelogram. Because we proved ACFD as a parallelogram. Since AC is equal to FD, they are opposite sides of a parallelogram, they will be equal. Next. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. So this is because of SSS criteria. So please note this down. Twelfth question, and this is the last question of this particular exercise. ABCD is a trapezium. What do you mean by trapezium? One pair of sides of a quadrilateral are parallel are called trapezium. So in which AB is parallel to CD, this pair is parallel, and AD is equal to BC. They have given AD is equal to BC. Show that angle A is equal to angle B, and triangle ABC. Triangle ABC is equal to BAD. BAD. We need to prove. Okay. This triangle is congruent to triangle. This triangle. Okay. They have given one hint. Extend AB to point E and draw EC parallel to AD such that AB intersects CE at point AE produced. Okay. Now so what is given to us, we'll write down. What is given? AB is parallel to CD is given. Next, AD is equal to BC. AD is equal to BC, it is given. Next, so to prove, so you should write that down, what is given in this. So these things you need to write down. Next, construction. What do I need to do? See, draw CE parallel to AD such that AB is extended to point E. This is the construction. Now, so what do I need to do? I need to prove angle A is equal to angle B. Prove. First one, I need to prove angle A is equal to angle B. So for that, what I have, it is given that AD is equal to BC and AD is parallel to EC. AD is parallel to EC. And what does it convey? Since AD is parallel to EC and since AB and CD are parallel, see AB and CD are parallel, if I extend the line, so it will go straight and the length will remain the same. Since whatever, see this length will remain, since AD is parallel to EC, so AC will be equal. So AD is equal to EC. So therefore ADEC is a parallelogram. Now, since AD is equal to EC, AD is equal to, therefore AD is equal to BC. So through this, what can I write? See, AD equal to EC, AD equal to BC. So therefore, what can I write? BC is equal to EC. From these two, what can I write? BC is equal to EC. Since BC is equal to EC, since BC is equal to EC, what can I write? See, what is the angle opposite to BC? That is BEC. Angle BEC is equal to angle EC, which is the side opposite to angle. See, what is the which is the angle opposite to side EC? That is CB. I call it as 1. Why? Because angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Okay. Now I'll do one thing. I will write angle A plus angle CEB, angle A plus angle CEB is equal to 180 degree. So angles on the same sides of transversal. Angles on the same side of transfer. Angles on the angle A and angle E are say angles on the same sides of transversal. So if angles are there on the same sides of a transfer, they will be supplementary. Same sides of a transverse. Okay. So this I can replace with angle A plus angle CBE is equal to 180 degree. This is from 1 because CEB is equal to CBE. Now angle A plus, see, one more thing, angle B plus angle CBE is equal to 180 degree because of linear pair. This is linear pair. See, angle B plus angle B plus angle CBE will give me linear pair that will be equal to 180 degree. The same thing I have written. So I'll call it as 2 and 3. So if I equate 2 and 3, angle A will be equal to, see, both are 180 degree. Since RHS is equal, I can equate LHS. So once I equate, what I'll get? Angle A is equal to angle B because CB is equal to CB. CB will get cancelled. So what I'll get? Angle A is equal to angle B. This is proof. Next, I need to prove angle C is equal to angle D. Yes. Now angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. Angle A plus angle B is equal to 180 degree. So angles on the same side of a transversal. So next, angle D plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. These are the angles on the same side of transversal. I can write C. Since both the RHS are equal, so what can I write? Angle A plus angle B is equal to angle D plus angle C. Okay. Sorry, wait. So I can write in this way. So I don't want this. I need to prove angle D is equal to angle C. So what can I write? Same thing I can write. So angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Since AB is parallel to DC, since AD is transversal, so I made a mistake. AB is parallel to DC, not AD is parallel to BC, AB is parallel to DC. Angle A plus angle D, since AB is parallel to DC, AD is transversal, angles on the same side of a transversal will be supplementary. The same thing I have written. So angle B plus angle D is equal to C. Angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. So if I compare angle A plus angle D, since 180 is equal to 180, see, RHS is equal, I can compare LHS. Angle A plus angle D is equal to this angle B plus angle C. Since A is equal to B, so since angle A is equal to angle B, therefore angle D is equal to angle C. This is proven. Next I need to prove triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. So I need a space for that. Wait. No. I need to show triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD. So for that I need to consider triangle ABC. So do one thing, refer your figure. So please draw that figure, or if you have a textbook, please refer that figure and I'll trace that out. So listen to my voice and trace that angle. So in triangle, third one in triangle ABC and BAD, ABC and triangle BAD. So where is triangle ABC? Triangle ABC and triangle BAD. What can I write? I can write AD is equal to BC. It is given. And AB is equal to AB, common side. Common. And what can I write? I can write C. AD is equal to BC. So where is ABD and ACB? We showed AB is equal to AB. And one more thing, angle A is equal to angle B. Angle A is equal to, so where it is? BAD and ABC. BAD, ABC. Okay, angle A is equal to angle B. See, if I draw these triangles like this, see, this is one triangle. Oh. Triangle ABD is one triangle. Please trace that. And triangle ABC is one more triangle. In that, we have said AD is equal to BC, it is given. AB is equal to AB, it is a common side. Next, angle A is equal to angle B, we proved it. Okay, so therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD because of SAS criteria. Now, so we need to fourth one, what we need to prove? Fourth one, I don't have a space. So we need to prove diagonal AC is equal to diagonal BD. So for that, what you need to do? See, where is diagonal AC? AC is here. and triangle BD is here. See, since we proved ABC is congruent to triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD, that is the reason AC is equal to BD. This is because of CP. So please trace the triangle. See, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ABC. In that we have BD and AC. Those two are corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Through CPCT, those two will be equal. Please note this down.